Hi there. If you're watching this video, then you likely want to learn the basics about public forum debating in your school. Over the next few minutes, we'll take a look at the basic skills you'll need to be successful in an in-class debate. Before we start, let's take a look at what debate is, what debate isn't, and the reasons we use debate in the classroom. What is a debate? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, debate is a regulated discussion of a proposition between two matched sides. Debate is regulated, meaning it's structured, it has rules. In truth, debate is a friendly competition, complete with rules, coaches, judges, and scoring. You can think of it as kind of an intellectual sport. But debate is more than that. Debate is a forum to explore important issues that you learn about in the class and potentially to change your perspective on the world. It's also a social event working with partners and groups. It's a great opportunity to work and collaborate with others. At this point, it's worth taking a look at what debate is not. Debate is not an unstructured argument. Debate is not a fight. There are rules. It is highly structured. You don't speak unless it's your turn to speak, and under no circumstances do you make it personal.
You're ridiculous. How can you possibly even say that?
Okay, I don't want to waste my time talking to a know-it-all like you, so let me just break it down to the facts.
And just the...
Debate, like all competitions, requires you to be respectful to your opponents. Debate is also not an uncertain or unfounded opinion.
So, these refugees, I don't know what to do with them, but it just seems that they need more help from people, It's just really sad for them.
Of course, we all have biases and opinions, and you should take a stance on your issue. But make sure before you get up to present your case, you have research to back it up. Public forum debate is not a race.
Attention 1. Legal barriers are necessary restriction for host nations. Subpoint A. Protection of national sovereignty. As put by Barbara Jordan in the case of the United States, immigration is not a right guaranteed by the U.S. Constitution to everyone and...
The idea of a public forum debate is that it's accessible to all audiences. Speak naturally. We debate for so many good reasons. Your teachers want you to debate to develop your critical thinking and your public speaking skills. Your parents might want you to debate for professional reasons. Looking at both sides of an argument forces you to engage with the issue on a more critical level, weighing different interests and perspectives. Then, those public speaking skills, they're essential if you want to be a lawyer, a politician, a business executive, a teacher, an actor. The list goes on, but the point is, these are transferable skills for future careers and just for life. But you know what? You might want to debate just because it's fun. It's competitive and collaborative. You get to work with your friends to compete against your other friends. We debate for the same reasons that we play football, the same reasons that we play online games. You get to be better at something and have fun doing it. The type of debate we'll be looking at is known as a public forum debate. Public forums become very popular in the United States since its inception in the early 2000s. The format of a public forum debate is as follows: constructive speeches, crossfire, rebuttal, crossfire, summary, grand crossfire, and then final focus. We'll go into the details of each in the next section. Let's take a look at the components of a public forum debate and what you'll be responsible for preparing for each stage. Like all forms of debate, the two teams in a public forum style are debating a resolution. The resolution is the theme or topic up for debate. You can think of the resolution like a thesis, like in an essay. It takes the form of a statement such as, "Be it resolved that hamburgers are a better party food than pizza." Or, more likely, something like, "Be it resolved, it is the responsibility of host governments to fund education for children of migrant workers." The resolution is often an important topical issue, political, ethical, legal, an issue that is somehow important right now. This is where you come in as the debater. There are 4 speakers in the debate. They are separated into 2 teams, affirmative or pro, and negative or con. The pro team is speaking for the resolution. They affirm the resolution, meaning they agree with it. In our example above, that would mean that the pro is trying to prove that hamburgers are actually a better party food than pizza, and that the government should be responsible for those children's education. The con side is arguing against the resolution. They negate it, meaning they disagree with it. They would be trying to prove that pizza is a better party food and that governments are not responsible. Resolutions will vary, but whatever resolution you debate, the pro team will always affirm or support the resolution, and the con team denies or negates it. Any questions?
What if I really want to be on the pro team? Do I get to choose to affirm or negate?
No, as a team, you will prepare both sides of the debate and be ready to take either side against your opponents. On the day of the debate, the judge will flip a coin. The team that wins the coin toss gets to make one of two choices: pro or con, which side of the debate they take, or speaking order, which team is going to speak first or second. Then the team that loses the coin toss gets to make the remaining choice.
But how can we prepare for both?
It's up to you as a team to prepare both sides. Often, each team member will take one side of the argument and prepare that case. So if you are writing a speech for pro, that means your partner is preparing a speech for con. You can then work together to develop each other's cases afterwards. Learning to look at the advantages and disadvantages of both sides of an issue is one of the best lessons you can take away from debate. It's a great way to improve your critical thinking skills and find balance in any argument. So, your teacher has given you a resolution, you and your partner have decided who's debating which side, you've done a ton of research. Now what? Well, after you've researched your issue, the first stage of preparation is writing your constructive speech. If your debate were an essay, the constructive speech would be the introduction and the body paragraphs. It constructs your argument by introducing your opponents and the judges to your interpretation of the resolution and allows you to deliver all of your supporting arguments and evidence.
Good morning, honorable judges and respected opponents. Today, my partner and I are proud to debate in opposition of the resolution. Unbound, legal barriers to immigration are more harmful than beneficial to society.
Once the first team has delivered their constructive speech, as decided by the coin toss, the second team has their opportunity to deliver theirs. Following the constructive speeches is the first round of crossfire. This stage is unique to the public forum style of debate. The first speakers from both teams take turns posing questions to one another. This allows debaters to clarify issues that were not presented adequately or to try to lead the debate in a particular direction. Questions could include,
What did you mean when you said that pizza toppings can't really be shared?
or,
How can you justify labeling migrant children's education as financial burden while simultaneously profiting from the labor of underpaid migrant worker parents?
crossfire is a great way to learn to think on your feet. Now at this point, you may be wondering what's happening with the second speakers. The second speakers are responsible for the rebuttal, so they are actively listening to their opponent's constructive speech, listening for holes in the arguments, weak arguments, issues and problems that they can highlight in their own rebuttal speech.
So for my rebuttal speech, I would first like to address their main point on human rights, and we can turn this point back to our side.
Their job is to give a speech highlighting these weaknesses in their opponent's case and reinforce the strengths of their own case. The rebuttal speeches are then followed by the second round of crossfire between the second speakers from each team. After the rebuttals and the second crossfire, the debate is handed back to the first speakers for the summary speeches. The summary speeches, just like they sound, summarize the debate. The first speaker revisits the support arguments from their constructive speech and the rebuttal round and further develops their points. No new arguments can be presented, but this is a time to add to issues you've already raised or to continue to refute your opponent's points.
We first like to summarize what our opponents have been attacking us during this whole debate, which was the fact that refugees were not part of immigration. However, we like to reinforce the fact that refugees are directly affected by legal barriers.
This is your last chance to develop and give shape to your case. Following the summaries is the grand crossfire. The grand crossfire functions just like the other crossfires, only this time all four speakers participate. Everyone has a chance to participate, and each speaker should speak at least once. The last phase of the debate is called the final focus. In the final focus, the second speakers take turns explaining to the audience and to the judges why they think their side won the debate. Again, no new arguments can be introduced. Debaters might use the final focus to highlight the importance of their case, to emphasize the strengths of their own arguments, or to point out the failings in their opponent's performance.
Our opponents have based their entire case on the refugees and how they're also being obstructed. However, they have not proved so with the actual existing legal barriers and have not proven the actual impact of that and how that's actually directly related under today's resolution.
Look straight at the judges and answer the following question. Why did you win this debate? So to recap, we've discussed what debate is, what debate isn't, why we debate, and how debate works. I hope this video has helped you understand debate a little better. I wish you all the best of luck and have fun. Thanks for watching.